We're back here at the MENC Network stage with Jamie Aebersold. Jamie has just given a seminar on jazz improvisation and teaching jazz improvisation. He's brought out his sax. And Jamie, talk a little bit about the seminar. And we were talking a little bit before about breaking through to teachers to teach improvisation.
I think one of the biggest problems is the fact that most of the teachers come from a university, a background that did not teach them how to teach or even how to play. So consequently, they're very hesitant to teach something that they're not real familiar with. But I was trying to show them today that improvising is the most natural way to make music, and that if you can break through that barrier of feeling like you can't do it or you don't have it,
right,
which is, that myth has been around a long time, you'd be surprised how quickly you can start to improvise, and then I think you can take that enthusiasm and those techniques and show your students.
So do you break it down into steps? Is there a starting place for this?
Well, today I suggested that we start with nursery rhymes.
Okay.
Just the melody, not necessarily improvising, but just see if you can play nursery rhymes starting on certain notes. And then from there we went into just taking a major scale.
Okay.
And having a student, like I did, just play on a major scale and play whatever you hear in your head.
So just taking the major scale and then alternating the rhythms of it and the note selection. Just choose any note in the scale, play it in whatever rhythm you hear in your head.
And I also suggested that they maybe have their students sing along with this background music and then play, and then sing, and then play. Because when you do that, the playing usually gets more lyrical and more like the voice.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually been a theme a lot this weekend also, is the importance of being able to sing something in order to hear it and then to play it no matter what instrument you're playing. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to step out of the frame for a second, and you have your horn. Can you give us sort of a brief demonstration on some of the stuff you're talking about, like say building on that nursery?
Okay. How about if I take Mary Had a Little Lamb? So there's the jazz version of Mary Had a Little Lamb. Just play those basic melodies, Twinkle, Twinkle, Row, Row, Row Your Boat, Happy Birthday. See if you can play them starting on different notes, and then get to where you can play it on different notes without any mistakes. You play it in, and it helps the fingers to connect to the mind. Well, I would probably try them out on one scale, like a major scale, have them improvise on with one of my background tracks, like the B-flat major scale. Okay. Just have them play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if they feel comfortable improvising on several major scales, or even one major scale, then maybe make it minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple things like that, starting and ending phrases on chord tones, the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, and the fifth note of the scale, to keep the balance, and be thinking 2-bar phrases. I think the main reason they don't teach it is they don't do it themselves, so they feel like they wouldn't be a very good teacher. But that's not necessarily the case. If they have the tools and know how to do it, and they suggest that their students do it, we educators have always suggested that they, the teachers, learn with the students. I think for improvisation, if they've been playing their instrument 6 months or a year and been practicing, and they can play a scale or a chromatic scale for an octave and a half or something, or an octave, that's the time to do it.